Yo, welcome. It's your boy 84 coming at you live from the mess. That is my comic room. Merry Christmas. Lowe's popped in to say he could relate. Had some well wishes. I see my buddy Unruly Simeon in the house. Seems like he's dealing with the same strife, brother. Feel you on that. You know, it's Christmas Eve night. I think, did it just hit Christmas? No. It's like 45 minutes away from Christmas. I did a little family get together Christmas Eve. We all hung out, exchanged some gifts with my parents and whatnot. And yeah, pretty much wrapped that up, got home. And I don't know, still, kind of energized. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not tired. I don't really feel like just chilling out too much. I'm like, let me get to a little project. I've been meaning to get to this freaking mess that is my comic room. I figured I'd fire up the live situation to see if anyone else is kind of just bullshitting tonight. I know we got Christmas tomorrow and whatnot. But so that's the deal. How come you guys are not showing up in the chat on my screen? Hold on a sec. Hang on, guys. Let me see if I can work something out here. Because the last comment that I see in StreamYard is just Unruly Simeon. Oh, it is, everybody. Hey, fucking hey, look at everyone popping through. What up, y'all? I was hoping so. Okay, let me give a little shout out, show some love to the people in the house. Unruly Simeon got his comics today. Awesome. Did you open it yet? Curious? I may have slid a little something cool in there for you. And cool new profile pic from Simeon. Nice. Joey Sevens in the house. Hell yeah. Perry. Feliz Navidad. 36. Crazy guy. Dylan. CFAP. Ben Compton. Hey. Yeah, man. Come kick it with your boy. I'm going to... Oh, nice. You opened it up, Simeon. Beautiful. Did I miss anybody? No. Mark Spector, what up? So this is the situation that I got here, man. And if anyone wants to hop in, join, shoot the shit, you're more than welcome. You let me know. I'll get that hot tag out to you. So I think I'm going to start at, because here's the actual comic. The actual comic table is all that shit. But I'm not even going to get to that yet. I figure first I'm going to start in my closet, which is like my supplies, my like shipping comic supplies, a lot of boxes and Gemini mailers and whatnot. So I'm going to start with that. Yo, Patrick, what up? Go get some gas and comics and KFC. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, Jesus. See, this is what I'm talking about. I think I got some comics delivered to me in this box, so I kept this up. I'm not sure if I need that one. So that one's getting tossed. And honestly, this is like the worst. I don't like this packing material. This fucking brown paper bag shit. So that's gonna get in the throwaway pile. What up, Ruben? Lowe's building that dollhouse. Cheers. Here's another box. Oh, this was a box from Hialeah Comic Bro. Toss that to the side. I don't know if I like this track. I don't know if I like that track, brother. We're just gonna. Oh Jesus! I went to this. It was like this playlist. It said hip hop essentials, and it's like, no, dude, these are not Post Malone. Post Malone Rockstar. Party Like a Rockstar is not a hip hop essential, dude. Juice World. Even though that dude just died, you're not making my hip hop essentials list, dude. Paper is okay if you're doing the box inside of a box thing. Yeah, that's true. The main thing is to just get that like support, which I agree. Good point. See what else we got in here. Amazon boxes with bubble wrap inside ain't bad for slabs or schlabs, as Unruly says. Yo, Second Street, what up? See, this was anyway. This is when I ordered a pack of Gemini mails. If you order a pack of like 25 Gemini mails like I did, they come in a big box like this. That's going to go to the recycle man. Oh, shit. A lot of cardboard. I guess you can never have enough cardboard, right? See, look, I don't need an old envelope. Cardboard. Is all keepers, I guess. You know what I'm saying? CFAP, he's got a long box in his room. Don't know what's in him. I just buy shit and put them in that box. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yo, Sharp, what up? See, this is like half a mailer. I realize I'm kind of making a bigger mess of myself over there. But it's alright. You know what? I'm not going to clean out this whole closet, but I'm at least going to get my priority mailboxes. It's your essentials, by the way. If you're shipping shit out, dude, peace out, 36. Have a good Christmas. If you're shipping out comics, here's your essentials, right? Medium, flat rate box. This is the rectangle one. This is perfect for slabs. And no matter what you put in this bitch, it's $14.50 to ship. Then the other flat rate box is this one. So if you're trying to ship out a shitload of raw books, you can get up to like 40, almost 50 raw books inside one of these. The other medium flat rate. Also $14.50. So I always keep these two on deck depending on what I'm trying to ship out. Old Wolf, what's up, brother? Terry, my guy, what up? I'm just chilling, man. I'm just trying to. I did a little Christmas, get together with the family earlier. Got home a little while ago. And I'm like jacked up on that Christmas spirit, dog. So I'm like, I can't go to sleep. And I've been meaning to get to this room. And when I started, I was like, yo, let me fire up the YouTube to see if anyone wants to hang while I do it. And open hot tags. I will remind you, open hot tags. Come on down. You just let me know. Terry, you just let me know. Did you want that invite? John, what's up, brother? Just cleaning up. I'm going to work towards the comic books, but right now this is the supply closet, the 84 supply closet. When I do my shipping and stuff, Like this kind of would get categorized as a Gemini mailer. So that goes in the top shelf. Okay. Bam. Secrets revealed. This is random cardboard. Boom. I'm tempted to break this box down, but I don't know. Nice. Very excited to hear that John wants the hot tag. And yo, previews? I say stacked on previews because you know what these make? In the words of TJ the Slab Dragon, packing material. If any of you guys have ever gotten something packaged from me, you'll know there's a bunch of pages of, previews stuffed in there. So very clutch. In there, free. Except previews. I guess the big preview mags aren't free, but what are you going to hang on to your previews forever? We just get the coordinates from Big John. Give me 1 second here. Open up my Gmail. No, I'm going to be productive. I'm going to hang out with John and I'm going to clean my room. You guys may not know this about me, but I'm a fucking first-rate multitasker, brother. That's how your boy stays competitive in this modern-day market. I'll be multitasking. I don't know what I'm saying. It's kind of true, though. Boom. Sorry, guys. Bear with me during the live hot tag. Boom. Hot tag sent to you, John. More random cardboard. I'm just going to slot that all in there. Envelopes are pretty clutch. Envelopes, you'd be surprised what how much you can fit in this. And it's bubble wrapped. My post office doesn't keep these in stock. I have to special order them if I want them. So my girl Susan at the post office told me they actually don't keep these in stock on the shelf because they're almost too good of a deal. So she's like, yeah, we don't keep them. You can order them for free. But like, yeah, we don't keep them stocked in because they're such a good deal. You can put so much shit inside of them for like $8. So, but this one got glued to itself, so I can't use it. My brother D-Runk, what up, dude? Here's my guy John, man. Hell yeah.
Ho, ho, ho.
Hey, John. What's up, dude?
Hey, man. Good to see you. I feel like we haven't hung out and talked in so long.
We haven't. It's great to see you, man. I've missed you, brother.
How are your holidays shaping up, man? You seem jacked up and ready to go.
Yes, I'm jacked up on holiday spirit, man. I did a little Christmas Eve family get-together, exchanging gifts with the parents and stuff. So I spent most of the evening doing that. Came home, and like I said,
sugar rush is hitting.
Yeah, I had a lot of, I don't really go, no drinking or anything, so it was just more dessert pastry treats, brother. I got that sugar.
Dude, yeah, I had a bunch of cookies and milk. I did not do any of the boozing tonight. It was all pretty chill. Hey, Terry, 23, what's up, brother?
Hey, Terry.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, everybody in the chat. What's tonight? I think tonight's third day of Hanukkah.
D-Runk is asking if I'm pulling skeletons out of my closet. No. You never know. You never know what's in here.
I'm also waiting because Alex says he sent me a Christmas present, and he said it's supposed to arrive by 8 o'clock my time. It's 8:27. And I haven't seen anybody roll up and drop any packages, so we'll see.
You get packages that late, up to 8 in the evening?
That's what he's saying. He says that his tracking was telling him still on task. It's going to be here tonight at 8. I did get it's a Christmas miracle, D-Runk. I got my beard back.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even notice that. You're not just strictly stashed right now.
No, the rest of the beard came back. Last weekend, I just kind of trimmed the stash so that it fit in with everything.
Well, for a man wolf, it probably doesn't take long for it to come back.
I'm going to show off. So I keep touting my younger brother who works at Stance. He does socks and cool stuff. And they're working on deals with. So they just did Marvel this year. It was like the big deal. They have like the OG Marvel stuff. So I got a bunch of socks. And then he also was working some deal with like Tarantino and his companies. So like he gave me all these cool retro shirts. So I was gonna show off some cool swag that he gave me. He knows that I'm the one in the family that would totally wear all that stuff.
Don't tell me about Tarantino-esque shirts.
He got me this old Kill Bill shirt.
Ooh, with the crazy 88s in the back.
Yeah, exactly right. He got me. Let's see, which one is this one? There's another Kill Bill one. Here Comes the Bride.
Yeah. Whoa.
Right, and then this one's just the Pulp Fiction logo.
Yeah, nice.
And this one's Scary Movie.
Yeah, nice.
And then my favorite one is just the Bruce Willis Pulp Fiction, the Zed's Dead.
Zed's Dead.
It's a chopper, baby. Chopper, baby. And then so they're in with Tarantino, I guess, because I got the Travolta and Uma Thurman socks, the paired dancing socks, right?
Yeah.
And I got the my favorite ones are the Sam Jackson and Travolta shooting bullet socks.
Yeah.
I love it. So he got me all that. And then these are, and I'm not even going to show you guys the ones I'm going to keep for secret giveaways on my channel, because I think I'm done with like the big like anniversary giveaways. I want to do only secret giveaways where it's like at the end of a video, it says, hey, thank you for sticking around to the end. You know, here's a little blah, blah, blah. So I think that's all I'm going to be doing from here on out on my channel is secret giveaways. I just like it more. It's for those true fans that stick through all the way to the end and watch the videos.
Oh,
you know?
right. Yeah, that is cool.
So here's Wolverine.
Ooh.
Right. And that's in a series with you got your Cyclops.
It's like 90s animated.
It is totally, absolutely. And then there's the Phoenix.
Yeah.
And then the ones that I thought were too cool, straight from that animated series. It's like you can almost hear that. And then down here, it's like their Cerebro readings across the bottom.
Oh, snap.
So there's Storm, and I got Magneto. And then I've got Cyclops, a Wolverine like that as well that I'm going to use for giveaways. I'm going to give away the Cyclops, the Wolverine ones because I know those will probably be the popular ones. So that's all
all from your brother?
All from my little brother. Just as like,
brother.
Yeah. And he gave me a couple of sports socks. Because he's on the sports side, so he usually gets the athletics gear. So he gave me like Houston Astros socks, Chicago Bulls, Chicago Cubs. So he'll just get whatever team he's got extras of. He'll be like, here, take some of these. Sometimes I get the most random sports socks. People are like, you cheer for that team? I'm like, I don't even know what team this is. There's no logo. It's just the team color.
Yeah.
It's whatever they wear on the court or whatever, right? It's like the court socks.
Yes.
So yeah, he's in with the Major League Baseball, the college sports, the basketball when they were doing that. Yeah, I agree. Nightcrawler ones would have been freaking awesome. I did not get any Nightcrawler ones, but I'm going to keep my eye out for that.
You should. My closet task is straight, so I'm going to reposition so that I'm parked in front of my books. So I'm just going to shut my camera off because it might be like motion sickness city as I do that. So just give me 1 sec. I'm still here with you, brother. It's
all right.
Hey, we were talking about, you mentioned Tarantino. Have you seen the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the latest?
I haven't. So I will say like Tarantino for those who know me, I'm a big film junkie.
Yeah.
And he was hitting big right as I was getting out of high school and going into college. So his films had like a big impact on my like taste in movies. I remember vividly watching Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction in the theater and just being like mind blown. Like those movies had serious impact on me. And then, you know, I will say, like, over the years, his films have kind of felt like Scorsese or Woody Allen to me, where sometimes I watch one and I feel like, wow, this is amazing. And other times I feel like it's just too much. He's just too much for me anymore. So you know, some of his films I've really loved in the last few years, and some I just haven't. Like, I really disliked his Western. What was it? The one when they're all in the cabin and it's Kurt Russell. What was it, Ben?
Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight. Yeah, I really did not like that one. So I come and go. So I have not seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood because I just wasn't sure if it was going to be one that I loved or one that I didn't really like. So thank you, Unruly Simeon. Got it. Yeah. So I have not seen it. Have you seen it? Oh, he's gone.
I have seen it.
And what do you think?
And I think in general, it's a good movie. It's an above average good movie. When you compare it on the Tarantino curve and say you rank it among Tarantino's films, I put it towards the bottom. You know.
Sure. I will say that I think most of his more modern films, I would say, like since Kill Bill, I would say most of those films rank on the bottom end of his spectrum for me. I just really love his earlier stuff more. That's just my taste. In fact, I really love Jackie Brown. I know most people hate Jackie Brown. I think Jackie Brown is amazing.
Dude, Jackie Brown it might be like in my top 3.
Yeah.
Dude, what a killer cast, what a killer soundtrack.
Oh.
It's what exactly was his involvement? Because that's not a true front to back Tarantino film, right?
He wrote, directed, and produced it.
Really?
But it's based on a book by Elmore Leonard called Rum Punch. And Elmore, for those that don't know, Elmore Leonard writes kind of fun Pulp Fiction kind of novels. He wrote Out of Sight, the book. He wrote Get Shorty, the book, and a lot of these other really great films. And this is the one and only time I think that Tarantino adapted one of Elmore Leonard's books. I just thought it was a perfect mesh. They both love characters that talk a bunch. They both love quirky crime, and they love ensembles, and I think it just melded really well. And for me, the reason I love Jackie Brown straight up is because of Pam Grier and Robert Forster. It's a love story. It's a Casablanca and a Quentin Tarantino world, and I love Pam Grier and Robert Forster are amazing.
I totally agree. And a great performance from Sam Jackson.
Absolutely.
And honestly, an underrated De Niro performance.
Oh, totally. And people are shouting out Michael Keaton, Chris Tucker. I mean, there's a lot of great other actors in the film, no doubt. But for me, that's a film that's the only time I really watched a Quentin film and felt like it was a love story. And it was like, and I remember watching Pam Grier movies when I was younger, and I think Pam Grier is hot and amazing. At every age in her life, she's just been gorgeous and amazing. And to see her as like a modern sort of updated female lead love story, Robert Forster, every minute when he first picks her up as the parolee and he's picking her up and he sees her at the jail and he just slow motion sees her and falls in love, you're feeling it with him. You're right there like, absolutely, I'm in love with her right now. I will do whatever she needs. I will help her solve any crime. I'll do whatever you need, baby.
Yeah, you know what? And even though Pam Grier is a smoke show, even at that age and everything,
oh yeah,
I like when it's like love stories between, and it's not just like two hot young people in love. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Those kind of seem to resonate a little more, and that's kind of the vibe they had going on.
And in a classic sort of Casablanca way, they couldn't possibly end up together. But to watch them go through love and experience something while it's just amazing. Sorry, TJ, it was not a planned thing. I I was home and I was like on the cookie sugar high, and I saw my boy was on, and he said, "You want to jump in?" And I was like, "Yes, I want to jump in."
It was very impulsive. Thank you, John.
Yeah.
And hey, TJ, thanks for joining, dude. Chris Tucker's in it too.
Yeah, Chris Tucker. I mean, I love the whole sequence where Sam's got to convince him to get in the trunk, and he's just going to take him to kill him, but he was actually taking him to like. So he drives around the block and then just like opens the trunk again and pops the caps in him. But the whole bit where he's like talking him into getting in the trunk.
Oh, what's his name? Does it start with a B? Shit. There's a name that he has. The name of his character in that movie.
Oh, Beaumont. Yeah, Beaumont.
Beaumont. Yes, Beaumont.
Later he shows up to De Niro and he's like, "Let me show you something." He opens the trunk and he's like, "Who's that?" He's like, "That's Beaumont." He's like, "Who's Beaumont?" "He's an employee I had to let go."
Yeah.
It's so good. And yeah, I mean, Inglourious Bastards, and really Simeon says Django and Inglourious were both great. I liked Inglourious a little bit more. I just feel like his later films feel like he's got like 3 or 4 ideas and he tries to sew them together into one movie, and they don't necessarily, like Django was definitely 2 movies and he kind of just sewed it together a little bit. And I liked both movies, but it just felt like, I don't know why they had to be sewn together in this way. And Inglourious Bastards, it felt like 4 or 5 amazing scenes that I just was like out of my mind about, like the one in the bar down below, or the one in the home at the very beginning when the Nazis come looking for the family, or I mean, there's these amazing scenes, but when you stitch them together, I don't know what they make in the end. Like I really enjoyed it, but like I compare it to Reservoir Dogs, which is front to back this amazing experience where you're just like claustrophobic and horrified, and you don't know who is the cop in the midst, and when you find out, you're like, no way, and what's going to happen to the guy, and it's this journey. And so for me, like, I just love the earlier stuff so much. In fact, my brother gave me another thing he gave me was a box set thing for From Dusk Till Dawn.
You know what? I've never seen Dusk Till Dawn.
So a backstory on that movie, which again was popular because he had just done Pulp Fiction and he hadn't picked his next movie, what he was going to make yet. He hadn't done Jackie Brown yet. He did a movie called 4 Rooms, which was, I don't know if you saw that, where it was like 4 different filmmakers, each doing a different room in a hotel, and Tim Roth is running the hotel. Yeah,
I know it's a Tim Roth flick, but I've never seen that one either.
So he hooks up with Robert Rodriguez, the filmmaker for that, each of them doing a room in that film. And then Rodriguez is like, I want to make something. And Tarantino pulls out this old script. He's like, I wrote this movie as like a vampire thing. He's like, I don't know if it really works. And Rodriguez helped him like rewrite it, draft it. Then they get George Clooney to come in and make this movie with them. And Quentin's like, I'm not directing, but I'll be in it. And so he's like, I just want to do this with you guys and just do this. And they get Harvey Keitel and they get Juliette Lewis. And it's this crazy, crazy ride. Of course, Salma Hayek as a vampire stripper with a giant snake. Like, what more do you want? So that movie's crazy and just ridiculous, but also like really entertaining. So my brother got me this box set. It had like shot glasses from the crazy vampire club at the end of the movie called the Titty Twister.
When I saw that Keitel was in The Irishman. The Scorsese flick, I was like, yes. What a solid cast that was. Did you see Irishman?
I gotta watch it. I know that it's just so dang long. It's like to get through it. Although I found a guy on Instagram who posted this, like, he's like, if you want to watch it like it's a TV show, he shows you where to pause the movie. So you watch like one episode and then you pause it and go to bed, and the next night you can watch the next episode.
I can do that, yeah.
He's like when the guy walks into the room and says this line, pause it and then go to bed, and then you can watch it. He's like, he broke it down so you can actually watch the whole thing.
Let's see. We got some love for Christopher Waltz in the chat, which I totally agree. Even though I think Inglourious Bastards was the first time he used them, though. Because Django came after Inglourious.
Django was second, yeah. And then, Inglourious Bastards, that's a movie where you watch it and you're like, nobody else could play that part.
No.
Like, not even like if you took the foreign language element out, where the guy's got to be fluent in German, fluent in English, fluent in French, and fluent in Italian, and he's got to be able to use all of them in this movie. Like, just put the language aside. He's got to be charming and scary and
funny. He has comedic timing.
Oh
but
my
he's
god,
also scary, like you said. Dude, that of the recent era Tarantino movies, Inglourious Basterds is my favorite for sure.
probably mine as well. Yeah,
I know what you're saying though, like about it feeling almost like an anthology vibe of like
right.
detached kind of stories, but they're all fairly cohesive enough to be part of a movie.
And I will say, I am irked by the whole. Let's just rewrite history in the last 5 minutes and just make it ridiculous. And like, yeah, he killed Hitler. And it's like, okay, well, like, I don't know that I needed that element at the end.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. It's kind of fun, and it's like,
yeah.
But on the rewatch, every time I rewatch it, I like it a little less. The ending.
That's one thing you could say about Tarantino films is he's kind of self-indulgent.
Yo, absolutely.
So like, that's a little. It's like you're really having fun with this, like. But you can't make those kind of movies, I guess, if you're not that kind of guy.
Yeah, and I mean, I ultimately, even when I saw Pulp Fiction, I think I was like, wow, this guy just holds no punches. Like he's going to go full bore. There's no way he didn't hear like no 1,000 times when people read that script. It's all over the place. It skips around in time. It skips around from this character to that character. There's no good guy to cheer for. The whole movie is full of pretty despicable characters all the way through. I'm sure he heard no 1,000 times, and then all of a sudden Reservoir Dog hits.
Yeah. You can't tell him.
True Romance hits, and he's getting like offers, and then he's like, now I can make the movie that I want to make.
Yeah. Yeah. So what does he look like? The Thing. What a Gary Oldman performance in True Romance.
True Romance, yeah.
I was like, that's him.
Yeah. Well, and so for those that don't know too, like Quentin spent a lot of time doing like either writing his own scripts and letting other people rewrite them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Steranko what's it? Yeah. But like Natural Born Killers got fully rewritten, right? Mm-hmm. That was his script, and then it got taken and rewritten. True Romance got taken and rewritten, and there are characters' names like the Vega brothers, Vincent Vega, which is in Pulp Fiction. His brother is in True Romance, and then there's a cop who's in Natural Born Killers who's also in True Romance. So there's characters that appear in all three of these kind of early Quentin films. Where he was getting like paid to rewrite stuff. Christopher Walken in Pulp Fiction is phenomenal. I agree, D-Runk. And then for those that also don't know, he rewrote big parts of Crimson Tide, which is a really cool submarine movie with Denzel and Gene Hackman as like they're fighting over control of the U.S. sub. And you can tell, you'll be watching portions of that movie and be like, okay, why is Denzel Washington talking about the Silver Surfer all of a sudden? Like there's a significant portion of the movie where he talks about comic books and he talks about horses in Spain and stuff, and it's like you can see that Quentin came in and touched up that film because it's so much better. Like the dialogue between Hackman and Denzel is phenomenal.
Yeah, he's definitely got away with dialogue.
Oh yeah.
And hey, shout out to Silver Age Dave. Thanks for popping in. Connie, good to see you, Connie. If you're not subscribed to Connie, I've seen many of your videos, if not all of them, Connie. Connie's a comic, got some cool Comic Hall videos. Shout out to you. Good to see you in the chat. And who did I miss? Oh, One True Comics. I saw you earlier too. Good to see you.
I'm gonna subscribe to Connie now. I just subscribed to you, Connie.
Yeah. Connie, we need to see more haul videos from you. I've noticed they've been getting a little more far and few in between lately. So, I understand, but I'm just saying. If you're wondering if people are even watching them, I'm watching them.
And now apparently I'm going to be watching them.
Yes. You know what would horrify a lot of people, I think, is how many bags and boards I throw away. I'm pretty bougie when it comes to bags and boards, man. I have to have clean bags and boards, and when they're old, like if I go to a flea market or something, I'm just chucking them out, man.
Well, and I will say, I know that like Kavi's the same way. I've talked to him about it, where he's like, I just bought all these books. And he's like, the first thing I'm doing when I get home is rebagging and boarding everything.
Yeah. I will sometimes keep the boards because, there's not really a big difference between an old and a new backing board, I guess.
Well, and I will say too, the new Max lights or whatever, the ones that I'm getting from Bueller's Hookup, the Silver Age size, I need 2 boards in anyways. So if I use an older board on the back and a newer board up against the comic, then I'm actually getting what I need out. I just needed more pressure on the comic in there.
Yeah, I'm sure they do the trick for like doubling up.
Yeah, so it saves me having to buy a ton more. I've been saving them for that, or for just making signs that I can hold up when I want to make fun of Alec or something.
See, on the table, I still have D-Rump's AOK books in the original boxes. I still have to like sort these into their spots.
I love those. I took 2 of those with me to Baltimore just to hold books in my backpack and not worry about them.
Yeah.
I was just putting books into those things and just feeling totally comfortable that they were going to be safe in those boxes.
I know. They almost serve the same role as like these the store folios, really.
Oh, totally. I have one store folio that's for like the super high-end books I might buy, but most of my books just go in a Spider-Man booth box because I don't buy books from them, but I got 2 of those. I think I got those from D-Run. So, oh yeah, he just said it. He got his box from me. Yeah, I got those from him. So I've been using them just to like make sure my books come back from places in good shape.
And you know what I'm keeping in this store folio right now is, you might recognize these. I got my
Baltimore baby.
Baltimore playbill thing. And I don't know if you saw these or picked any of them up, but that guy that was selling these little pads.
I saw you were carrying one around, but I didn't get one.
Yeah, it was cool. You could tell like this super Kirby.
Oh, totally Kirby.
Influenced, it was like the Orion one. But it was, cool little Baltimore swag.
Absolutely. So TJ's going to be proud of me. It hasn't come through yet, but I put a bid on. TJ's been guiding me on a Green Label book. I don't own a single Green Label book, but I put in on a Green Label book. I'm hoping it'll come back a yes here. I'd been emailing with the guy for about a week because I thought his price was a little high and nobody was bidding, and I talked him down, and he said, I think this price would work. And then I was talking to somebody else in the community because they had the same book, but they had a red label from CBCS.
Is it that image book that you were looking at?
It is an image book I'm looking at. Yeah.
Okay.
And so
you're okay with the green, huh?
I am definitely okay with the green, especially for this book, because I know for a fact that they signed how many of these the artist and writer signed. There were only 800 printed, and they signed 100 of them the day they came off the printer. They just went and together they were there, and they just signed 100 of them. So at that moment, there was no way to get those gold labeled, and they're out there, and that's 1/8 of the total of only 800 books even printed.
So there was only 800 of that variant, you're saying?
Yeah, 800 flat, done.
Any sense of how many of those 800 were signed? Or
they said they signed 100 at the moment, like right then and there. And since then, some others have been signed and gold labeled, but I've only seen 1 or 2 on eBay. Most of the ones on eBay are either blue label because they're one of the 700 others, or there's a few greens and reds.
And that was probably going to be more of a PC book for you anyway.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, the guy in the community who had one, he's like, oh, I'm gonna go about $300 on it. He's like, I hear they're $400 in this grade, and I was like, that's a lot, because the guy I talked down to on eBay, I talked him down to 125. So like,
a buy it now situation.
Basically, it was a yeah. And his buy it now was 175. I talked him down to 125, and I put my bid in tonight. And he had already said, yeah, if you put in 125, I'll say yes.
Oh, okay. That sounds pretty good for that book, because I think I know what you're talking about, and that sounds good.
It's insane because the 9/8 blue label are like, the guys are asking for $1,000.
What grade is it?
It's a 9/6.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm like, yes, I like the grade. I like the everything. So if he says yes, I'm going to be very pumped. I'm just waiting for him to reply, but obviously it's Christmas Eve. I'm not expecting anything.
Yeah. Did you catch wind of this flea market find?
No.
That I made? This was last Sunday. Going through the flea market, I see this guy has this binder kind of sitting in his stuff, and he's got like bric-a-brac stuff. Like he's not a comic dealer.
I think I might have seen this on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, the entire, and it's all signed, right?
Dude, they're all like this one is Ron Lim signed the first one, and it's got the
And they're all CLA, right? Oh my god.
You know, and like yeah, it's just 1 through 14 of the series, and they're like in crazy good shape too.
Yeah.
I cleaned up the sleeves because it's kind of a weird way to store books, but
Joey just called me am I a shyster? I'm trying to get the best price, brother. I'm bargaining. I'm bartering. Don't make me go all Thanatos on you. I didn't mess with. I didn't screw the other bidder over. I went to 125. I'm hoping he's gonna say yes, TJ. Oh my gosh, I'm upsetting some people. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I think you're, especially if you got a verbal. If you're saying you got a verbal.
I got an email agreement. Yeah, we had been emailing on eBay, and this other guy saw that I had it and I wanted it, and he's like, I got a red label, same grade, 9.6, and he gave me his price, and it made me say, you know what, I really should just accept this other price because it's clearly great. You don't have to go Thanatos on me, TJ. Even if I don't get the book, I'm still going to be hunting for it. I'll find one that's the right grade for me. Honestly, it's a good flip book. If you can find a really clean raw copy and get a press clean 9.8 out of it, you have just made an insane amount of money.
Huh.
But again, there's only 800 printed, and they're black, like they're just jet black almost all around the edges. So it's so easy to get a spine tick and have it break color. It's just so easy.
What's up, Derek Hyde in the house? And my boy D-Rum said he just sent me an email.
Oh, George.
He wants me to share it, which I will happily do that because it is sick.
Uh-oh.
CFAP, he says 84. How much do you want for it?
Binder? You want to buy the binder?
Yeah, the binder's for sale. I will say that. So
ooh.
I think you got the Instagrams. Hit me up, brother. I got a pretty fair price in mind, I think. Okay, we all know who the newest.
Oh, TJ.
Label on his 36 Chambers sketch. Is it showing up yet? Here we go.
I see it, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that looks so nice.
Is that a DGC label?
DGC label. I don't know. It's hard to zoom, I think, when you have something double.
Yeah.
Screen.
Yeah. It looks gorgeous.
Man,
is that a sketch cover?
Yeah, that's from 36 Chambers. 36 Chambers that did that on a blank cover.
TJ says, I'm sure one of us will find one. TJ.
Oh, no. Is that what Don't Make Me Thanatos you means? That he's just going to buy it?
Well, that's the joke, right? Because Thanatos wanted a certain book, and he was trying to lowball the bidder for it was like a 9.9 or something of a Green Lantern signed book.
Oh, yeah.
And or maybe it was a 10. It wasn't a 10. It must have been a 9.9. And TJ didn't want him to miss out on it, so TJ overbid him. And they were trying to outbid each other for this book. They were the only two bidders on this book. It's hilarious.
Let's see. I guess I'll go this way. Well, maybe this way. I think I like this way. For this
space.
Yeah.
Let me check my front porch here and see if that blocks.
Could be. Let's see. See this box. Look how dingy. I'm hoping I can consolidate because look at this box, dude. It's all jacked. I kept it for a while because I like the eat shit and die sticker. But god damn, dude. I need to consolidate out of this. Look at this sad box, John.
Oh yeah, lived a life.
Yeah, so I think I'm consolidate things so that I can phase this box out.
Sure. You don't use long boxes, only shorts like me, right?
Yeah, exclusively short boxes.
I don't want to deal with the long boxes. It's I mean, maybe if I had a storage unit in my house where the long boxes slid in and out easily, I might think about it. But I love the short boxes. They're easy to move around. And eventually I'll get some kind of a shelving space where I can set them in and get them in and out real easy, kind of like you got there behind you.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm starting to like outgrow this area, so I'm like, uh-oh.
That's always going to be the case for sure.
Hey, we got some bangers in here. We got some
A-Force. Yeah.
A-Force. Got a little
Pulp Fiction. Hey.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Ooh, is it Vigilante? Is that his name?
Yeah. First Vigilante. I've been touting this book for a while, man. I think.
And now they're saying he's coming, right? Isn't that what they were saying that what's his name's going to play? Idris Elba?
Yeah. I hope so. I hope that, because I've heard it's either going to be Vigilante or Bronze Tiger.
Ooh.
So we'll see. I hope they go the Vigilante route. He's a great character.
TJ says boxes. I don't need no stinking boxes.
Yeah, man. He just stacks up mountains.
He's going to make a house out of them at some point, like a little plastic igloo.
I know. Aren't these great? These photo noto covers.
Yeah. Photo notos.
Great photo notos. And I've always wondered, though, what if TJ really wants to find a particular slab? Like, really? Is it one of those things where you kind of know where stuff is?
I think he does have a system to it that he's aware of, so that he is able to know, like, okay, Vampirella is in this area. You know, I got my X-Men over here or whatever. He's got a system to it, but I'm sure it's like tricky. And he's obviously not in California. No earthquakes to deal with.
All right. And if you want to get that slab that's like in the bottom of your stack, you're like, you ever do Jenga?
Well, man, yeah. Oh man, that makes me nervous.
All right, so that's gotta go to the side. See, I have a lot of like half-filled boxes, man. So
yeah,
that's the conundrum, I think.
I want to start doing either joining JB or doing my own version of his little pop-up shop. He gave me his blessing to kind of do that, where you have like just dollar bin day, you know, where it's like put out 10 books. If you want them, $, and then you know, I'll even let if somebody wants to buy all, they buy all of them. Hey, Alex in the chat.
Hey, yo, is he?
He hasn't popped up for you. I'm watching it on my phone.
Oh yeah, my chat's delayed.
I can't chat. I can't type anything without having my phone open, anyways.
What's up, and like I said, hot tags are available for anyone who wants to hang.
And I checked, Alec. It has not arrived yet, so I'm watching. My front door is like right around the corner here, so I can see if the box gets dropped off.
Yeah, I just sent out a torpedo today, earlier this morning.
Oh yeah.
I'll be happy once that arrives. Target. Man, my alphabetized system that I established a few months ago is really jacked right now.
Alphabetized. Oh man, I do character boxes. So I got like an Avengers box. I got 3 Batman boxes, and what I usually do is when I start to get to a box that's a little loose, like I have to start a new box and I've got a little bit of Batman in it, I'll fill it out and call it like Batman and Friends, and it'll be like Batgirl's in there and Robin's in there, and I'll just throw those other guys in to fill out a box.
Yeah,
so I got Spider-Man and Friends over here. I got Avengers. I got an Avengers team members box, so I could have like She-Hulk gets her own space in there or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I do that for. The stuff that I know I have lots of. So mainly X-Men and Batman have their own boxes, and I do also have the Bat Fam box.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it.
This is all my Batgirl, my Catwoman, my Nightwing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
totally. Same way. I'm the same way.
But for everything else, I was doing like letter, you know, and mixing Marvel and DC, just A's, B's, C's.
Okay. Yeah, I alphabetize my DVDs and my CDs and stuff, but I can't do it for the comics. I like it by character. I can go and I leave the little, you know, I got the tape, if you can see, I got the tape on the outside of the box like you do. It just lists the name of the box, so I can pull that Avengers box out, and then on the lid, I try to write down what's in it. Like, so this is my modern Daredevil box, and I try to write the numbers of what issues are in it. And then I write down what trades are at the front and back of the box. So this one has all the Brubaker and Bendis trades. So if I look like, I want to read that Brubaker run, I can grab the trade right out of the front of the box and just read it.
Okay, so you have trades in short boxes too?
Yeah, I put the trades at the front and the back of every short box so that they're not, you know, I don't want the books pressing against the handle spots, and I don't want to reach in for a handle and dig and ding the front end of a book.
Yeah.
So having the trade there just means all I'm dinging is the trades.
Yeah, I have the trades go on the bookshelf.
Yeah, I saw that. You've got a great trade section. I need to do more of that with my trades, but I've always been a trade reader, so I generally like to keep them in the boxes with the books. So like I keep them all together. So my Wolverine box has my Frank Miller Wolverine trade and that kind of stuff.
I also keep a lot of my like magazine size boxes kind of standing up on a bookshelf because they're, you know, they can be a pain to store.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know,
I've been having to like turn some side. I have a box where I've just turned them sideways. I had a few trades on either end, and then the middle section's just, you know, it's Batman Damned, or it's that new question that I saw you had on your shelf there, or the Tomahawk, which I also saw you have on your shelf there. Yeah, those, it's tough because it seems like there's more of those now than when I started collecting.
Yeah, especially with Black Label in town. I mean, they're putting out a bunch.
Definitely.
Yeah, see, White Whale does make a point that, you know, bookshelves are pretty convenient to pull and read from.
That's true. I just like them organized with my books. I don't know. I'm weird that way. But eventually, with this eventual remodel that we want to do at my house, the goal is to convert a room in the back to have a little more space for comics for me. My wife says she doesn't want me doing my shows down there, though, because it's near the girls' bedrooms and they'll never be able to sleep at night if I'm like making the loud. I'd have to like quiet down the shows and just talk in a calmer voice.
You're too fired up, but you know what they say? You can't teach an old wolf new tricks, brother. So
not this old man wolf.
Oh, here's my indie box, and I do have.
Look at the math. Joey's bag of sevens.
I know, I saw that.
He's like got the 37% is a very exact number.
Yeah, I'm almost suspect to believe him.
Hey, no, if it's that exact, I almost feel like you just give it to him.
Ooh, we got the dies on.
Ooh, baby.
And John, I gotta tell you, I am behind on my dies. I think
on reading it, you mean?
Yeah. What issue are they on right now?
They just published issue 10 last month, and now they're taking a really long break, so you have plenty of time. It seems like every story arc, their plan is to take a break and let Stephanie Hans do the art. That, you know, so she has time to do all the artwork, but she broke her leg from what I'm hearing, and she's going to need
feet, though.
She's going to need a physical therapy and stuff to get back like to being healthy again, and so she's taking time off of doing a lot of artwork. So they're saying this could be as far away as we might not get another issue of Die until the end of summer.
Man, Stephanie Han broke her leg. I don't know what happened, but I'm pretty sure Bear Island has
Bear Island.
It's Bear Island. Can you give us some intel on what happened with Stephanie Han's leg, brother?
I know. I love his comment. Go to bed. Santa won't come. It's hilarious. Chad. I was playing games on my Instagram with Chad because he's always doing those like sock challenges of his guys at his work. Like, who's got the best socks?
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Who has to do the walk of shame? Hilarious. You don't need legs to draw, Alec. I agree. So yeah, issue 10 was just published. I want to say at the beginning of December, and I think 9 and 10 are the best parts of this current run, and it gets me very excited. She injured it in Japan and was laid up for 3 months, but I think she's doing PT And the letter at the end of issue 10 seemed to imply that Kieran Gillen was saying he's hoping to get an issue out before the end of summer 2020.
I knew Bear would have the inside intel on that.
Yeah. Well, she's laying right next to him. He can just ask, right?
Yeah. Hey, Hans, babe, what happened to you? I'm up to issue 6, I think, is the last I read of that.
Okay, that's the first issue of the new storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I will say
okay. You know,
6, 7, and 8 are really slow.
Yeah.
9 is dense. Like, it's a lot of reading, a lot of backstory, a lot of exposition. But 9, it might be one of my favorite issues that she's ever done. I mean, it's just so good. It's basically the origin story for the game. And although it's possible some of it is filled with some lies, like it's hard to know what's true and what's not true. I think it's the backstory of the origin for the game. And it will be a significant issue going forward. Because
that's the main thing I've been curious about and wondering when they're going to reveal is, yeah, actually, it's been a while already, but the game master is a game master.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I don't know that that's the title. Yeah, I think they call him the something master. I can't remember, but but he's dead. He's like an undead character at this point.
And like, where exactly did he get the game from?
Yeah,
and did the world exist before him? I'm assuming it did.
Yeah,
and would love to see what that's about.
It's a deep dive. I read that issue. I've already read it 3 times, and I still don't know that I got everything. I'm gonna get the trade when it drops and read it over again. But it was an issue that just blew my mind. I finished it and instantly went right back and reread the whole thing again.
Yeah, I need to get on that. And this just reminded me of not this series, but because J Hood sent me Stray Bullets.
I've never read it.
I haven't actually read these yet either, and shout out to J Hood because in this AOK that he sent me so much indie fire, and in there was 2 signed Warren Ellis books, which was epic, and his book, the J Hood Creative Illustrated.
What?
Lost Target. He says that he may have been the first to introduce the double ponytailed Harley look.
That's funny.
But anyway, Stray Bullets made me think of, I've been thinking about doing like a want list of what I want to read for this upcoming year. And I've heard you mention 100 Bullets a few times.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that would be up my alley and that I should be reading.
Oh, if you like crime comic books at all, like criminal, I think you'll absolutely freak for Bullets. I've yet to read any crime comic book that I liked more than that. And it's got you. The good thing for us right now is it's all done. Like it was 100 issues published, finished. You can get the trade. They even have like these giant. They're not called omnibus. I don't know what they call them, but I think it's like 5 of those, and you got the whole story.
100 issues. That's clever.
Yep, 100 issues, 100 bullets. It was, yeah. I mean, it's just so mind blowing the way they weave everything together. It's very Lost-like. Everything ties together. Characters you thought were gone pop up again later. Characters that you thought weren't important become hugely significant, and you can't see it all. All the bullets are great, Alex.
Stray Bullets. I got the first like 4 or 5, so maybe I should check out Stray Bullets while I have them here.
That's hilarious.
Here's a great Dawn cover.
Oh, baby.
This image offends women. That's pretty clever.
Oh, man.
There's a movie of 100 Bullets?
There was an animated something or other, but I know they've never made a live action of it, and the animated thing apparently was an epic failure. And I want to say somebody told me they were trying to make a video game or something way back in the day.
And in my indie box, I had J Hood's creation.
There you got it.
Bits and pieces, brother. With my favorite cover, issue 2.
That's a great cover.
Really nice.
I still need to get the digital copy of issue 4, which is floating around. It's in the interweb. If TJ wants to forward that to me, I'll read it.
I'm going to ask you, with Alec in the chat, how did you color the covers. Is this digital coloring, or did you?
I'd imagine that it's digital, but I'd love to hear too.
Yeah, it seems like a digital color. I guess you just he would have scanned his drawings in and then get busy on Photoshop on top of it. Anyway. But, speaking of Lost, John, I know you and I both have been watching The Watchmen.
Oh, it's so good.
I mean, it really warrants its own probably stream and discussion to really dive deep. And I know NYC and Bake are big fans that I've always been like chatting with throughout the season. So even though I think we should, maybe the four of us link up sometime and chop it up.
Yeah, I'm down. I mean, I know Fire Guy Ryan has mentioned that he loves it, and I know Chad, who runs the Comic Core, was obsessed, and he couldn't get most of the Comic Core group wasn't as into it as he and I were. Yeah, it's amazing, and everybody who was loving it, I kept joking with them that like everybody's talking about the Mandalorian. You need to be talking about the Watchmen. You need to be talking about the Watchmen.
It's true, man. That's not to say that it's not without its flaws to me, namely like the Dr. Manhattan aspect of it. Were you all in on that? I
was totally all in on it.
Yeah.
I didn't like some of the makeup, I guess you could say. I wanted him to glow a little bit, but I understood that he makes the comment like, no, I can turn it on, I can turn it off, like it's just a thing.
Yeah, they did explain it away, but
I dug the Dr. Manhattan side of it. I dug the twists of it, and I love the way they made those characters that were like from the comic, like background characters, and our characters were, the newer characters were the main characters. It was amazing.
Looking Glass dude his episode was one of my favorites. The Looking Glass episode was phenomenal.
It was so good, and for me, the episode that has been haunting me since it aired was the nostalgia episode.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Where she trips balls on nostalgia.
Yeah.
And, like, I can't even I'm not going to ruin it at all, but to explain it is to do a disservice. Like,
right.
It's the perfect example of cinematography and writing and special effects and acting all kind of coming together. There's that moment when she's like lost in time, right? Like it's all blending, where she really is in her life versus like all the memories that she's tripping on. And she's talking. She's a cop, but she's also like her dad or her grandfather as a cop talking to other police officers, and then they drive away, but they're dragging people behind them on the back of their car from like 20 years earlier. It's like all blending together in her mind. It is just mind-blowingly good. Then the whole Tulsa history thing is, I can't believe I'd never heard that story before this show.
Yeah, it seemed like because I've listened to some interviews with him about it. There was a good one. If you guys in the chat and yourself dug the Watchmen show, he did a pretty good interview with Mark Bernardin, the co-host of the Kevin Smith Fat Man on Batman podcast. If you guys check that out, it was pretty good. It seemed like telling that Tulsa story was like almost the origin of the whole show idea. But anyway, that episode was great. I do think that you should have had Manhattan glowing more than not. I just think since he's basically a god practically, and
yeah, definitely, yeah,
there should be a gravitas to that dude when he's in the room, And I'm a cosplayer.
And I love the fact that we didn't see his face until he had his own episode. It was kind of like they set it up, right? That whole bit when he's talking to her and he's wearing the fake Manhattan mask. I love it. I just love the whole system. TJ and Alec are slaying this chat because TJ said like it was so good. I loved. They're talking about
missing pieces.
He's like it's amazing, and then Alec says it was a 6 out of 10. And TJ says, no, it's a 10 out of 10. And Alex says it's a 5.5 out of 10. Then TJ says it's a 12 out of 10. And then
you guys are going in different directions here.
Alex says it's literally impossible. Then he's like, magic, science.
What happens? What was that? What is it? The Hulk versus the Juggernaut or something? The immovable object meets the unstoppable force.
Right? Oh, you guys are killing it. You're too funny, man. Alec just doesn't take praise. It will not happen.
Yeah. I feel him on that.
It's hard. It's not easy.
Speaking of praise, it's almost totally edited. I might finish it. We'll see how energized I am after I shut this down. But there's not much to do left on it. But I'm posting a top 10 of 2019 video very soon. And it's top 10 comic book YouTubers of 2019.
Oh, man.
This might be controversial. I realize this might be controversial. I'm going to be ranking all you fuckers.
Oh, man.
And
sweating bullets.
So, just my disclaimer on this is keep in mind that in making this list, it's not my favorite people in the community.
Content. What is your content? How good is your content?
Yeah, like channel, the content you put out on your channel, try to look at it.
I think Kavi is not in your chat, but he would be the first one to say, like, we all love Kavi, but he makes like no videos on his channel. He made like one a month, maybe.
Yeah.
So you'd rate Kavi as the human being would be like all of us. Kavi as the content creator is like right there in the pack.
That's right. Yeah. So just make sure everyone is aware of that.
It sounds like it's all just good fun anyways. Like to narrow our community down to just 10 is like that's an impossible task. Herculean.
Yeah, I just figured since everyone's doing year-end top 10 lists, that'd be a fun one.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's more about giving the people that I do mention some love.
Or poking some fun, right? That's the
and there's a little bit of that.
I grew up with brothers. That's all I know. That's how I show my love is to make fun. If I'm not making fun of you, I probably I'm not caring enough.
Are you going to be taking part in because I'm looking at a box that I have these little dollar amount tabs on it. Are you taking part in JB's sale this Saturday on his channel? Because you had mentioned you like that format.
I do, and if he had done this like last weekend, I would have been all over it. I'm so bummed it's happening this coming Saturday. I'll be driving from my home in California to where my girls like to go skiing in Utah. So we're going to be in a 9-hour car drive basically through that entire auction. I can watch and I can bid, but I will not be able to participate. I'm super bummed. But the next time he does it, I will probably be ready to go.
And maybe you should. I
want to do it, and I'm going to talk to him about it. Maybe rotating if he doesn't want to do it every Saturday, maybe I do it one Saturday, he does it the next Saturday. Because if I download the overlay that he's got, I can do it on my channel, and I can have people join me the same way people are joining him. I just need to clear out some space, and if I get $1 a book, people in the chat make money because they're not paying cover price on these books. I can clear out a bunch of books and then get a little money to spend on a book I want. It's a win-win.
Yeah, and hey, you're no slouch on the subscriber count, brother. You could do it on your channel.
Hilarious. I've lost almost 10 subscribers in the last week. I was like, sweet, I'm almost at 900. I was at 890, and then it was like 890, 887, 885, 880. I was like, I'm going down. I'm going the wrong direction.
Yeah, well, it's like the stock market, man. It's always up and down.
Oh, it absolutely is. Every time I'm going to be at 900. I'm like, wait, I lost 3 more.
That's like if you have investments, one key advice they always give is like, don't look at the performance of your stocks on like a week-to-week basis.
Right.
You want to annually check to see if it went up or down. Because if you're checking week-to-week, you're like, oh no, oh shit, yes, damn it. Yeah. It's like you're gonna drive yourself crazy that way.
You're gonna be very disappointed.
And I like that. TJ was giving Alec lots of praise on everything he does, except that one Monday night show he used to do, which
not a fan. I know you were part of the.
We It was avant-garde, brother.
Pushing the envelope, I swear.
You know, Misexplained knows what time it is. He's in there.
I know a Comics Explained. Everybody wants more Robot John. He's the only character I've allowed to show up more than one time on those character review shows. Everybody wanted more. So, you know, maybe he needs like a weekly segment where it's like, I do my 3 reviews and then John shows up to give us a hot take on something.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, those freaking character vids, man, are awesome. Whenever I see a new one, I'm like, here we go. Who's next? Cowboy John.
It's fun to just try to come up with, you know, find 3 books I want to talk about and then try to think of like who could review this book. Like what crazy character could review that?
Yeah. Yeah. Reporter John was pretty funny.
I loved having the scroll across the bottom. Just
Yeah.
It was like just stream of consciousness scroll across the bottom.
Yeah, and one of my favorite moments was the practical effects fail of the Invisible Man.
Oh, when you could see my hand pop out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alec was like, dude, why didn't you just wear a black sock over your hand? I was like, God, how come I couldn't think of that idea?
Yeah, man. You know,
all I needed was black sock.
You are not, brother.
Yeah. Although I did love the way Charlie helped me do the like book slide in. Like,
yeah.
She
was that Charlie? Nice.
That was Charlie. Like I set the camera up and then I just moved my hand and she was like holding the book above it. Like nailed it. She was spot on. Although it took like 15 tries. She was very upset with me towards the end.
Yeah, I was digging it. Later Geeks Drinks. What's up, Hi Lucha Libre? Good to see you in the chat.
Yeah.
I think, well, I don't want to wear out my welcome here. I think might be time to shut her down. I'm going to do some last minute sorting. I think I mainly needed to get things in a general order. That's how bad it was. And I think I'm going to go through these boxes and like sort books is way too ambitious for tonight. It's so daunting, man.
Oh man, yeah. I've got to go through and sort a bunch too, just so that I have enough boxes of books I think are $1 or $3 books that I can kind of just be like, okay, now if I just needed to do a show, I can just throw down a whole bunch of $1 books.
Yeah. My shit was so bad, I had to just get my boxes in order. Never mind my books in order. So we're going to get the boxes in order tonight. Thanks, 90. I said, I think I'm past my welcome. And 90 said, you're well past that, Comcast. Thanks. Yeah, you should see my room. I'm sure everyone can relate to having the train wreck.
Oh, yeah.
And I think because the collection's always fluctuating, right? It's always in a state of flux of adding and, you know, and if you sell some stuff going out, stuff going in, it's tricky, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, John, I really appreciate you hopping in, man.
Oh, it was awesome. I was totally looking for this. I was like, please, somebody's gonna be online. I was like, yeah, Kenny's online. I went and just dove right into the chat. And then right when you're like, oh, someone want to jump in? I'm like, yes, I want to jump in.
Yeah, I noticed it was Christmas Eve night. No one was on. I'm like, some brave soul's gotta stake the flag in so all of us can get together and shoot the shit in the chat and stuff. So I'm glad I can provide that service tonight for everybody. And I hope everyone has a great Christmas, man.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I probably won't be around on here too much tomorrow, but I'll see you soon. Stay tuned to the top 10 YouTubers of 2019. You know, if you didn't make the list, it is actually because I personally have beef with you.
It's hilarious.
Okay, John. Anything coming up? Any new?
I'm gonna drop another character. I got a Marvel character video coming this week. Hopefully, live premiere Thursday or Friday. That's the only. And then I don't know how I'm gonna do Saturday because we're gonna be in the car at my normal Saturday morning show time. So I might download the app and just do like a 5-minute. Hey, we're in the car with the girls. They're reading comics. We're driving in the car. So we'll see. I may not have a Saturday show this week. That's the reality.
That's okay. And I know one thing with these character vids. I know I'm eagerly awaiting to see the time when you finally cosplay as the character that you're reviewing the book on. So, fingers crossed that it's Silver Surfer and John's like painted silver and
Spray painted and shaved, and
so we'll stay tuned to that.
that's hilarious.
All right, guys. John, thanks again. Everyone in the chat, have a great night and have a great Christmas. Shake it easy. I don't have a catchphrase, so I just leave.